Hey guys, my name is Matimi0, and today I'm playing some Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam, and I am playing on Vantage Point with my good friend Yishi, or Yashi, he goes by multiple names, but he and I are playing some Conquest, and if I remember right, this was a really fun match. We do really well, and I believe, yeah, my team wins pretty substantially, so it was a really fun game. The map and the battles moved pretty dynamically, they moved all over the place, so that was a lot of fun. But the main reason why I wanted to make this video was to kind of talk about sniping in Vietnam and kind of the state it's in right now. So recently I've noticed a lot of people, and pretty much from the start of Vietnam and Battlefield, there's been a lot of people sniping, and I think that's fantastic. I've got nothing against people that like sniping because I am one of those fellows that like to snipe myself, and I can't really, I don't usually like to deter people from actually sniping. But recently, and especially on the map Hill 137, I believe it's called, I've noticed that there's been a ridiculous amount of snipers on that map, and it's getting to the point where my team isn't actually able to win because no one's actually pushing up because they're all on that one hill for the first base when you're playing Rush on offense. And when this happens, it just gets pretty frustrating because, especially if you're trying to move up as well and your team is just kind of sniping in the backfield and just not really contributing that much, it gets frustrating because, you know, you want to win and they're not really contributing that much. So if there was just one or two people up there, I really wouldn't have any problem with that. But when I see four, or not four, but more like 6 or 7, even 8 people, because I play on PC, there's a lot of people on each server, it gets kind of ridiculous. And so basically, I wanted to take the time to kind of talk about when I think it's appropriate to maybe switch to a different class and stop sniping, and hopefully allow your team to get to the MCOM stations or, you know, the conquest points and actually win the match. So like I mentioned, for Hill 137, a lot of people like to snipe in that, but what I think you really should do is, if you find that there's a lot of snipers on your team and you're not actually able to push up, I would recommend choosing either the Assault class or the Medic class and then just doing your best and taking the initiative to actually push up and get to the MCOM stations, because if you're good, because I'm sure many of you guys are good at, you know, video games, you guys watch video game montages and commentaries probably because you enjoy video games. So I'm assuming most of you guys know what you're doing. So probably many of you guys can, you know, push up and get a bunch of kills while you're being aggressive. So, you know, do your job, or not do your job, but do your best to get close to the MCOM station, allow your squad mates to hopefully spawn on you. And especially for me, because I usually don't play with many friends, I'm usually a solo player because I don't really have a lot of time to play. But usually when I do play, I try to push up so my allies can spawn on me, and I try to make sure that I give my allies every opportunity to actually push towards the MCOM station and take the advantage that I'm hopefully giving them. So in those situations, if I notice that there's a lot of snipers on my team, I'll switch to a class and hopefully push up to allow my teammates to get better field advantage over the enemy. I actually made a complete video and commentary explaining this entire process, and I had some footage from a fun match on Fubai where I went 18-2 or something like that. It was a ridiculous match, but for some reason I deleted the footage and I practically hit myself in the face. I was so frustrated. It was pretty frustrating, and I kind of explained this entire thing, and also it was a really good example because I did have such a great match, but because my allies weren't pushing up, they weren't taking advantage of the fact that I was killing a lot of people. We weren't actually able to get to the MCOM station, so it was a really good example, and I'm sorry, and I'm actually very sorry that I wasn't actually able to show it to you guys, because it was such a good example. But really, it just emphasized that, you know, you really should be aware of your surroundings and also what your teammates are doing. And if they're not really doing what they should be doing, you should probably do your best to compensate for their mistakes. Not really their mistakes, but just for their lack of aggression, I guess. So that's really all the points I wanted to mention for this video. I didn't want to ramble on too much about, stop sniping and all that jazz. I just really wanted to make the point that, you should be aware of what your teammates are doing, like I said, and just kind of adjust your gameplay to it. But I wanted to ask you guys the question, what kind of gameplays would you guys like to see in the future? I'm not really running out of ideas, but I would like to kind of cater my commentaries and also my gameplay to what you guys want. I mean, I make these videos for you guys, so if you have any ideas or suggestions on what kind of gameplay you guys would really like, please let me know down and below in the comments sections. That would definitely help me out. Also, like I mentioned, I don't really play with a lot of friends. I only have a couple of friends that actually play, Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Black Ops with me. But I figured that should change. I wanted to actually maybe play with a bunch of you guys, a bunch of my subscribers. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this yet because I do play on PC and I know a lot of people play on Xbox or the PS3, but I think it'd be a lot of fun to interact with you guys and just, have some fun matches. So stay tuned for that. Like I mentioned, I'm not really sure how I'm going to go about that, but I think it would be a lot of fun. So this about wraps up the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I mentioned before, if you guys could leave a comment letting me know what you guys want to see in the future, just kind of some, what kind of gameplay, what kind of commentary would you guys like me to talk about? Would you guys like me to talk about cheating, the state of Black Ops? I kind of plan on making a video where I do talk about the state of Black Ops. But yeah, guys, just let me know. And if you would like to give me some support and help me out, definitely give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. But also make sure to subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos and stuff. Yeah. Alright, guys, have a good one and take it easy. Ooh, he died.
American GIs defending a fire base overlooking the valley of Tien Lee. Base overlooking the valley of Tien Lee, a key area in South Vietnam.
Hey guys, we're on Facebook. Check the description of this video for the link to our new Facebook application. Subscribe and get our latest video updates posted right on the wall on your own Facebook page.